as I told you before, that you got individuals who don't work. I don't know if they don't work, they don't got a job. I don't know what goes on with them, but it's pretty sad. If you were basically spending your time, uh, I don't know, trying to stalk a grown man at the end of the day, you don't have much of a life going on right now. You better buy that. You better buy it. Anyway, I don't know who at 11:05 is not working right now. And this person pretty much calls us every day. So apparently he doesn't work. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't do anything at all. Don't work at no job at all. We already know the guy. We know we work. Well, he doesn't have a job. He doesn't work. We know it for a fact. We had to do a background check on him. We figure where he's at. That's what you got to just call us his buddy boy. We show you in the message. Yeah, we know where you live at. So he basically is a grandfather. Grandkids, a whole 9 years anyway. I'm gonna send out your family some of this literature we get from you, your voice recordings and everything. I'm gonna send it right back to your family. Well, they're gonna send it back. You're gonna send it back. I'm curious how your family's going to see you as you basically contacting a company and making bird noises, cat noises, and whatever nonsense he does at the end of the day. So we're gonna post you, and we're gonna post you where basically they're gonna easily be able to see your activity, your church, all that stuff. All the stuff you're tied to is gonna basically know you now on a different light. See, this is another way that we deal with trolls at the end of the day. We bring all your negativity nonsense back to your own families, which means they get a chance to see what kind of person you are, and that's going to be quite embarrassing. Not only that, we're going to be arrested. Law enforcement officers will be involved in that, tracing calls and all that stuff. So, yeah, but I want your family to see what kind of person you are. Some families really don't understand that their brothers and sisters, their mothers, their fathers have weird activities that they do, and they don't want anyone to know about these activities. But yeah, this guy, I told you, this guy who comes up in contact, I think he's maybe a little slow or something. He's the one that said he was going to sue us for 100,000 million, something crazy, weird number. And yeah, he sounds a little bit, he might be a little slow, but he's a grandfather, I do know that. But anyway, we don't have time to entertain you, buddy. I'm sorry. We work over here. I know you don't have a job, and you don't work at all whatsoever. You don't even get retirement. I don't know what job you worked at. He doesn't even get retirement. He gets something else at the end of the day. But anyway, and I guess he got a lot of free time on his hands. That's all he does. So when you called me, I was in the police station, and I put you on speaker. Yeah, dumb. Yep. So basically, he thinks because he's on a fake number at the end of the day, he thinks they can't trace him. Oh, watch the magic work. Anyway, I have work to do. I picked up the by the way, so it automatically blocks you. But those are saved for court. All your messages are all saved for court. So this guy contacts your company. Jamie was like this. Jamie would call our company. We got all this recording. So, oh, by the way, Jamie, I forgot all those times you contacted my company, emails and all that stuff that was submitted today to FBI and immigration. Because, you were contacting us all the time. Jamie was contacting us like 2 minutes from each other. You can see it in the email logs. He was contacting us 2 minutes from each other, like right back to back to back to back to back. I'll take it you're scared. That would be the cause of your reaction. You're scared, you should be. Williams had police over at the spot yesterday. My son, I got to call back in and get the detective's name so we can start sending over your interesting literature we have over here. Now, once they receive that and they got that in hand, whatever they want to send up to them, emails, they have the officer that was responsible of basically making your case and scanning your image in. I gave him his first and last name, and I gave him his number. They can reach him directly. He's going to fill them in on charges that are being filed over here. So soon Mr. Williams will have a warrant for an arrest. Yeah, before they can get to all that, they have to make sure there's enough evidence. If there's not enough evidence, I mean, anybody can be picked off the street for anything. Someone can make a complaint about you, they can just go arrest you, throw you in jail. You have to make sure there's enough evidence to prosecute. You ever watched any of these shows involving like Law and Order, where they tell them, hey, go out there and get something that'll actually stick in court, because right now what you have isn't enough to even hold him? There you go. So yeah, we have enough. We have more than enough. More than enough. And that's what I got to reach out, gave them the number, have them contact them back, so they can basically work together on getting Mr. Williams behind bars. So Williams, I know you're scared. Officers came to see you, right? Well, I got a message for you. Try to meet him hungry. It's going to get far worse than that. I told you before, they're going to reach out and touch base with you. They're going to see you face to face. And I'm pretty sure they told you what's going to happen to you. So, next stages, we call them again. Touch back with the officers that came out there. They give us an email address where we can actually start sending over the stuff we have here. We'll take pictures of everything, send it over to them. Also send over forward the emails that we contacted the building, send it over to them. And then from there, take it before a judge to see if there's enough evidence, which is more than enough. I got to contact the postal office and get them to go into their investigation, because the whole postcard thing. And we got to reach out to the funeral home, let them know that now their address is scanned into the system. It's a part of an investigation, so they will be reaching out to them too also. So, you're scared. That's why you're acting like that. It should be. That's going to change in a big way. Yeah, I bet you in a million years that he didn't think it was going to add up to this badly. It's bad. I mean, it's really bad. It was really, really bad. He's going to jail. It's really bad. All right. Well, look, your number's blocked. I got to get back to work. I bet you $100 when those officers got over there, Mr. Williams was acting all, I didn't do anything, and you can't say that, man. You're in trouble. They got evidence on you. We have evidence on you. You can't say you didn't do anything. There's a picture of you half naked scanned into the Allentown Police Department, and there's a massive report in there of you harassing our company and family and friends. Plus, the officer bared witness to the bulk of mail we received from you. So you can't go over there and say, I didn't do anything at all, period. That's an officer they're talking to. So it's not just us. There's an officer backing up this claim. Because he's the one that wrote the report. He's the one that put its information in and the notification number. So they need to reach out. They can contact him. And he can back up the theory that, yes, this man did walk in. He complained that this guy is stalking his company and his family. He brought in all that information. So who do you think they're going to believe at the end of the day when officers come back for you? Or if they already got you in jail already? Who do you think? Do you think that they're going to believe you or they're going to believe the officer? I think they're going to believe the officer. So, goodbye. I'm going back to work. I got things to do. Apparently you guys don't work. Or you just get on the phone and go blah, 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 blah. All I got to show you is his voice. When we got voices on it, you got this thing? Let me see. I left a short message on this. He definitely has, they all have mental problems. I don't know if they drink from the pool or what. Like all of Jamie's freaking associates have mental issues. Like there's something wrong with them. Ugh. Like they're not very bright. You kind of remind me of the dodo birds. Remember the dodo birds on Ice Age? And you used to watch one jump off the side into a volcano, the rest of them went? They remind me literally of that. Let me see. I'm over getting my grant taken care of. Getting that done. I gotta go back over to again. I gotta go back over. I just don't feel like doing the elevator. The elevator's being worked on. I don't feel like finding a destination today. Especially on a Friday. That's when stuff goes wrong. Because right now, maintenance is working on the elevator. And I'm watching the elevator open, the door close, open and close. That's where you don't get on the elevator. Especially on a Friday. Who's going to be trapped in the elevator on a Friday? So I was like, nah, I'll come back in Monday. But they took down my email so they can send me out some stuff for my grants and stuff I need for my company, for companies and stuff. So that's good. Because I already get, once you get into one program, you get into all of them. You guys got to grow up. I talked to him on the phone. What did I say to you? I said, you got to grow up, man. You're playing the devil's game at the end of the day. That's what you're doing. Didn't I tell you that? What did I do? And at that, I plead in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in the name of the blood. Did I not? Because I know I was talking to the devil. Because you allow the devil to use you. So if I plead in the blood of Jesus and I put that in God's hands, the next turn now that goes on, your life is under judgment now. You're under God's judgment. So I put you in God's hands. And you see what happens when we put people in God's hands. You can run, you can hide, dip, dive, where you want. God will dig you up and bring you forth. I remember this guy who was talking about Jesus, and he had a whatchamacallit, he had one of those lines you can call in. And these trolls took it upon themselves to call him up and harass this guy. Do you know how dangerous that is? People die of all kinds of things, man. And you really realize why you got cancer at a stage 4. Because you did something jacked up at the end of the day. If you went out and you basically prosecuted a Christian, you guarantee something really bad is going to happen to you. I mean, really bad. Yeah. Guarantee you. It'll be a learning experience. I guarantee you that much. Some people live through them, some people die. But it's a learning experience you'll have to go through. You got to pay for that. You don't get away with that kind of nonsense. I didn't get away with it. I threatened to kill a Christian twice, and I paid for it. Quick. One was actually extremely quick. No sooner than I left out of the house, I had a gun on my head. And it was really, really fast. So, yeah, you don't get away with none of that stuff at the end of the day. Do you know how easy it is for you to be picked off on this planet? That literally there's so many things right now that could kill you. Even in your own home, there's stuff that can kill you. You can get a gas leak, your entire house and turn it into a parking lot. Out of nowhere. Putty pipe crack, boom, house is gone. Anything. You're frail at the end of the day. You can walk across the street and get hit by a car. Somebody on the other end can be like, you know what? I don't want to live anymore. I'm just going to race up down the street, and you could just be in the wrong path at the wrong time. Anything can line up to take you off the earth. You can eat at a restaurant. You can choke to death. There's a number of ways you can come off this planet. Walk down the stairs, trip over something, break your neck on the way down. There are so many ways to die on this planet. It's not even funny. It's mind-boggling. You know, when you walk underneath a sign or any form of storefront property, what's to say that the infrastructure doesn't give away and crush you in the process? There's a lot of things. Under power lines, anything can happen. Those things snap, wires snap, people get electrocuted. All kinds of stuff can go wrong in a hot second. The brake fluid could go up. Brakes could go out altogether on your car. Engine could explode. Gas tank could rupture. Your car literally could kill you. Or you can be hit by something else on the highway. Truck driver might go into depression, decide, you know what, I'm just going to let go of the steering wheel. And you're just in the wrong place, wrong time. Get your car crushed. Bridge can give out. There's thousands and thousands of ways you can die on this planet. This planet is something of a giant death trap. But, you know, you get caught up in things. You become literally oblivious about all the stuff that can take you out on this planet. You need protection on this planet. And then you got a demon at the end of the day that's definitely trying to murder you in any one of these mousetrap contraptions to get you into. Anything can happen. Heck, you could be sitting in a store getting your nails done and a car could come through and murder you. Because you've seen that one happen multiple times. And you're thinking on the other end of the camera, oh, I hope they're all right, but thank goodness I wasn't that. Oh, it didn't happen. It could have. Anything could happen. So that's how frail your life is. Your life is not as promising as you think it is. And the only reason why You can breathe on this planet and survive it because someone allows you to do it. Even your very body can kill you. So there's death literally all around you, 24/7. Yep. A lot of things can go wrong. Electrocution, fires, poison, all kinds of stuff. Go to the store, buy something, eat something, don't feel good, go to sleep, don't wake back up. Food will kill you. Heart attacks, strokes, all that stuff. So if you find all that depression, everything I said, it's real life. That's actually what happens. See, the thing about life at the end of the day, some people go out and come back and some people don't. Your number may be that number today. You might be waking up and it may be your number. Because somebody got to be somebody's number. Everybody doesn't get to stay here. That means somebody's number has to come up. So you think when you sit on the news and you hear about a guy basically driving to work and getting crushed by a semi-truck, that was his time. That's his number. I bet you didn't think he was going to die that day. Probably thought he was going to go to work and come back and everything and get killed by a semi-truck. That's how frail your life is. And you spend that time entertaining a demon that's trying to murder you to begin with, and you're walking around all this chaos every day. You could be one of those people at the end of the day that your time runs out. You're not guaranteed to wake up the next day. You're not guaranteed to come home. You're not guaranteed anything on this planet. The only thing you are guaranteed is death, and that's it. So you better find some protection quick. And you know, in the midst of all that chaos, you have an extremely powerful demon with an army of fallen angels out to murder you. Doesn't sound too much of a bright, happy world, does it? Now, how do Christians wake up every day happy and full of joy all the time? Because we're protected by Jesus. We don't worry about anything out here. Nothing at all, period. We don't even fear death. You know why? Because we don't believe in this world. We believe in the next world. It's our world at the end of the day. We're just passing through. We're visiting. That's all. When we die at the end of the day, we go to paradise. When you die, you go to purgatory and hell. Difference between the two. You're tied down by the things of this world because you can't give up your worldly possessions. Therefore, they become your God. You know, so at the end of the day, these things are nothing more than just trinkets because in heaven, that is our God. Difference between the two. One of the things I thought about when I had these panic attacks when I wasn't saved was, man, what if I die and I never got saved? I could look in my head a dozen times. Bro. This person called me up and carry on. You think I'm mad at you? I hate you? I don't hate you. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you at the end of the day because you allow Satan to use you. And you're a grandfather. Again, you got more. You're closer into the grave than most people. And this is how you're doing your life? By serving Satan? So I see in you, when you contact and call me with that nonsense, I just see a person that's going to spend purgatory in hell. That's what I see. Because you refuse not to change. I sat there and had a conversation on the phone. I'm talking to two people. Well, actually, I'm talking to him and I'm talking to Satan. And I say, you're following down the wrong path, man. And he's just sitting there, ba-ba-doo-ba-doo, ba-ba-doo, just making dumb noises in the back. Ba-ba-doo-ba-doo, trying to make me angry. All right, buddy, you can't make me angry. You can't make me upset. You can't do any of that whatsoever. Period. You're condemning yourself. That's what you're doing. You're going to go to hell. That's where you're going. You're burning in a lake of fire forever. That's where you're going to be at. You don't get your act together. You're too old to be carrying on like this. At the stage you're at right now, you're closer to basically passing off the earth than most people right now. You need to get your act together. Because next time, tomorrow morning or the day after that, you may not wake up. Anything could happen. And by then, buddy boy, it'll be too late for you. Right now, in the situation you're at right now, you're damned. You are living with the damned. That's where you are right now. You're damned. You're cursed. You're damned. You are guaranteed to go to hell. So it doesn't bother me when you contact me and carry on knocked up. It just shows me that here's a man that's damned. He's going to hell. And you spent the time that God gave you on this earth serving Satan. So, if you do see Jesus up there, and you do run to him, he's going to tell you something you don't want to hear. He's going to tell you, I don't know you. But that one in the corner, in the darkness, the one that's out there laughing, the one that's back there grinning with a row of probably sharp razor teeth and staring at you, the one you're running away from to get to Jesus, he knows you. So, don't look at it in a way like, oh, I'm not fearing. The devil will tell you from the door, oh, he's just trying to scare you. I'm not scaring, tell you the truth. This is actually going to happen to you. I told you, I had people in my life that didn't follow God, didn't do his will in any way whatsoever, and they're in hell. Well, more like purgatory. That's where they're at, in purgatory. Those people I told you about, the whole entire family, I'm saying all of them, the majority, most of them are corrupt. They're in hell right now. Well, no, you got to remember, in purgatory, and hell won't be there until Armageddon. That's when you're in the worst of it all. But they're in purgatory. They're tormented. And nothing they can do. That kind of pain, you want it to stop. Imagine someone heating up a fire poker. And they take that fire poker and they stick it right through your heart. And you can't die. And they'll do that over and over again. And you'll feel the same pain over and over again and again and again. And you can't die. That's where you're going to be at. Except for it'll be far worse than that. You would wish it was a fire poker. And that's what's waiting for you. So, when you contact me, and you're cutting up and carrying on, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't take anything from me. I don't lose anything whatsoever. I'm protected by Jesus. I feel sorry for you because at the end of the day, yeah, you're damned. You're alive, but yet you're dead. In a way. Where's my scissors? This thing. All right, so people get that regret where they feel that they should have listened. I should have listened. I should have listened. I should have listened. I should have did things better. I should have went in a different direction. I should have got involved with better people at the end of the day. Those regrets at the end of the day. But by then, it's too late. That's why you're having those regrets. I need some orange juice. I'm going to get myself some orange juice. Couldn't find the clear caulking. The clear caulking wasn't even there. But I found the white caulking, which I do need. Because I need that to mask and make more ice. So that's there. That's a shame. That's pretty sad right there. That is really, really sad. Yeah, that's pretty sad, man. That is. It don't bother me at all. How's it gonna faze me at all? That don't faze me at all. Company's still contracted, still getting orders in. That's not messing with us in any way. You're condemning yourself. That's what you're doing. I don't know. The devil's got his mind all twisted up, making him think he's doing some kind of damage. I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, crap. You were supposed to pick that up, weren't you? So we did the white demonstrations on the first version. Oh, crap. We gotta go back out again. I'm getting some orange juice, something. We got any water in here? No water? Okay, damn it. All right, let me see. I gotta go pick this up. I need this for a demonstration. How many glue sticks do we have up here? Okay, let's get this together. Go back up, get that surface I need for that. Because I gotta wipe that out on that side. Because I want to do a demonstration of the difference comparison with the panels and without the panels. That's what I wanted to do on that. So let me get that done. I'm gonna get that done. We gotta come back. We got most of the stuff here. I still don't have the other stuff I need, but I got enough to get the paint job done for that freezer system I want to put in there. We're definitely gonna work on that. And I gotta pick up some more glow paints on top of that. So I gotta put an order in for that. Alright. Yeah, let me go and get all this stuff done. I gotta get all this finished. Yeah, I feel sorry for you, dude. I really do. I hope you find God. I really do. Your time here is short, man. Your time is short on this earth. We don't get the luxury to stay here. You don't bother me. This stuff don't bother me. It don't faze me. I don't know what you think Satan's telling you at the end of the day, that maybe you're annoying me and getting me upset. It doesn't bother me at all. What's sad at the end of the day, this man is going to spend eternity in hell with Satan. And the pain it describes is like no other. It literally states that you can't die. Not even the worm can die. The worm that will eat at your flesh does not die. It's a different type of world at the end of the day. Here on earth, you die. If you're suffering and you're in pain, the one thing you can look forward to is death. But there, you will not die forever. You will have immortality, but immortality will come with suffering and pain. Pain beyond your wildest dreams. There's nothing that will compare that. The agony, the screams, it's going to be beyond. And it's a shame. Would I want this individual to go there? No, I wouldn't want anybody to go to hell. What kind of Christian would I be at the end of the day when I see people burn in the lake of fire forever? No, I warn people about this place at the end of the day where you are definitely going. You know, like I said, not everybody's meant to go to heaven. There are a certain amount of people that are going to heaven. God written a book. There are a certain amount of people that are only going to heaven. If you're not in that list, you're not going. You're going to go to hell. There's a certain amount of people that are going into hell. You do not want to be on those lists. You want to be on the list for God. You don't want to be on the list where it says, well, you got a certain amount of people and you're not on that list. You think about how many people populated the earth and how many people died without Christ. They're all going to go to hell. Every single one of them. It's a scary thought. It's a very scary thought. And in dealing with all this on this earth, that anything can take you out. Anything. You know, people choke to death at a restaurant. You're lucky if someone knows CPR. Some people get lodged in there so badly they can't even push it out. By the time the paramedics get there, they're gone. You're not saved, and you end up on that side. Take a plane, anything can happen in a plane. Anything. Flying around a metal can, anything can happen there. Cars, boats, trains, anything. Trains derail, jump off tracks, all that stuff. And for some people say at the end of the day, that's the most, yeah, but it happens. You see it on the news every freaking day. And out of every day, when you're sitting there watching the news, you could have been that person. That could have been your number that came up. Sad for them that it happened to them. Everybody that gets up in the morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, thinks they're going to come back in. You may not come back. If I go out there and I get hit by a car and die, I'm going to heaven. That's it. I'm good. 100%. Got my insurance. I'm taken care of. God's got my back. One of these guys get hit by a car out there, you're going to hell. God can't accept you. You serve Satan while you're on this world. So, if Jesus Christ came to you right now and said, what have you done with my time on this earth? What can you say to him? Can you say you served him? You can't say that, can you? I think that's where you're going. I go see the devil. You know, some of y'all think at the end of the day that the devil is some guy walking around with a horn and a pitchfork. That's man's interpretation of Satan. They draw his interpretation. No one knows what he looks like. Only God knows what he looks like. No one's seen his true form. So Satan can come in so many different forms. Satan can come in the form of an angel. To trick the very elect. So he can come in he's a shapeshifter. He can come in any shape he wants. So the legions have that ability too to shapeshift. They can turn anything they want. Mimic anything they want. So people draw pictures of this guy but no one tells exactly what he looks like. It doesn't describe in the Bible what he looks like. It says, well, they just describe that he's hideous. And if God made him hideous, I do never want to see that. A very beautiful angel at one point, Lucifer. What's the name of Lucifer? That's his name. This very beautiful angel. And you got filled with greed, hatred, and envy. Which is interesting because that's the same thing he plants in people every single day. The same thing that got him cast out of heaven, the same thing that got him thrown to the earth, it's the same thing he casts in other people. Look at the outcome of it all. Ah, man. I want some orange juice badly. Make it some orange juice. I'm dying for some orange juice. Alright, I'm going to get back on track. You know, I come out here and I try to warn these guys over and over again, and you don't listen. Now, unfortunately, Jamie's situation, because he doesn't follow God, Jamie follows the devil. Jamie's, it's going to be in a really bad situation. Like I said, you know, that whole ICE thing at the end of the day, that is really bad. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. I hope you find God in this situation. Maybe you have to go through this because you need to find God. Maybe God is calling you while you're going to go through this. It's a number of things. A number of things. If he read the Bible, which he has not read the Bible, but if he's read the Bible, you understand that the disciples had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. Some of them were thrown in prison. Daniel was thrown in a den full of lions. God shut the mouth of all the lions. They couldn't eat him. They couldn't claw him, couldn't do nothing. God shut all that down. As a matter of fact, he talked in the Bible how he used the lion's body, propped it up, used it as a pillow. One they threw into a pit of fire. I forgot which one was one of the disciples. He threw in the pit of fire. And then it came back and he was walking around in the fire. Untouched. Speaks about those miracles in the Bible. He took the worst of the worst and made them to the best of the best warriors for him. Could he make these people warriors of God? Yes, he could. And they could use their testimony and the things that they did when they served Satan to be able to bring more Christians into the fold. Or they can go the other way and take up with the devil and basically be condemned. All right, well, I'm going to go out there and get my paper sheets, which I need to do my demonstration today. Whew. I'll come back with some orange juice. I'm getting a big container this time. Every time I get the 32 ounces, I've killed the 32 ounces. Like, they ain't nothing. I'm getting a big one this time. And a gallon of orange juice. I want a gallon of orange juice. All right, Bird. You got work to do. Let's get it up. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I gotta go back to City Hall and get that other information too. Oh, shoot, that's your main address. I'll get that taken care of. All right. Okay, we got the first. Sheesh. Time go quick. I had to come back here, get that done, get back here, get that done. More. Gotta go, people. I gotta get back to work. Gotta get back to work.